Hey there everyone, this is Noah from Knights of 67, back with more World of Warcraft discussion videos, and this one is going to be a bit different. This one, right off the bat, I will tell you, will not have any sort of visual other than a video at the beginning, so you may just want to put this on the background after that video at the beginning plays, and I will play that for you all here in just a few minutes. But what I want to get across is that this video will contain massive spoilers for patch 5.4. This is a discussion video on the end cinematic to patch 5.4. Now, if you haven't seen it, that will be the video that I play for you, both Horde and Alliance side. There's really not that much difference, other than like a couple second differences, really. But I'll go ahead and show that to you all now, and then I will discuss it with you all after the video. So I hope you all enjoy if you have not seen it. So again, if you have not seen this cinematic, or if you do not want to until you down Garrosh, that is perfectly understandable. So you will just want to skip this video altogether. So I thank you for your support in my videos, but for those of you that have seen it or want to see it or whatever, like myself that just loves spoilers for some reason, then go ahead and watch this clip, and we'll have a fun time discussing it. So I will go ahead and play both versions intertwined for you all now.
You disappoint me, Garrosh. You are not worthy of your father's legacy.
His punishment is not for you alone to decide.
I won't let you take him.
We have all suffered from his atrocities. My people, more than any other. Let him stand trial in Pandaria. There, we will mete out justice for all. The Horde needs its true war chief, now more than ever.
Yes, but it was you that held the Horde together during this madness. It was you that protected our honor. From this day forward, Vol'jin, if you lead, I will follow.
I am not worthy. But I will give my all for the Horde.
Ugh, look at them. Already they plot against us. Seize this moment, Varian. Dismantle the Horde.
Guardsmen!
Father, what are you doing?
What a king must do.
I will speak to your war chief.
I speak for the Horde. Very well. The Horde has committed heinous crimes, Vol'jin. But some among you fought against Garrosh's tyranny. For that, I am willing to end this bloodshed. But know this. If your Horde fails to uphold honor as Garrosh did, we will end you.
Okay, well, so what do I think of the Mists of Pandaria end cinematic? Well, I mean, I think it was not too bad, but I was a bit disappointed that Garrosh, instead of dying, was just taken captive and put for trial and stuff like that. I mean, that to me seems a bit cliche and stupid. I mean, I guess I can kind of expect it because it's Blizzard and they like their cliches. They love their cliches, but it would have been nice to have Garrosh kind of just die off. But I think that they have him survive because they plan something in the future with him and they don't feel comfortable with the character dying off. And that's kind of cool because I think Garrosh is a character that hasn't really been that well developed over the course of Pandaria. He just kind of suddenly turned into a dick, or more so after during Cataclysm. I mean, he was already one in Cataclysm, but in Mists of Pandaria it escalated to a new level. So I do kind of like the fact that they decided not to kill him off. The manner in which they had him, taken for trial or whatever. Um, I don't necessarily agree with that. With like Terran Zoo and the Pandaren doing it. Like I thought, if it happened like that, like Thrall and Varian and them themselves would decide to do that, not necessarily the Pandaren, but um, obviously Garrosh will have something, important, in a future expansion. Um, Either next expansion or there is going to be a patch 5.5, and I believe we will see Garrosh's trial in that and understand more as to what his future role will be. He could be a future villain in an expansion, or he could be a sort of guy that is looking for redemption in the next expansion. Now, I think he's more likely to be a future villain in whatever this next expansion is. Say if it's Queen Azara, or say if it's Burning Legion, then perhaps he takes their side because they like have true power or something, right? And then like everyone's like, oh, why didn't we kill him when we had the chance and stuff like that? And I can definitely see that happening because that's kind of a cliche path to go down as far as plots are concerned. Like, oh, you have the biggest baddest guy, and then of course because you're the hero, you go, all right, well, let's not kill you. Let's just try and change your ways, and they can never change their ways. So I think it might be the same thing with Garrosh, that they will probably just have him. He will find a way to escape or something, and then go off and join the ranks of either the Burning Legion or Queen Azara, which would honestly be pretty badass either way, because he'd probably either like just try really hard to get amongst their ranks, or maybe they'd like take him in, so he'd be like half demon Garrosh or something. Or maybe he like tries to join their ranks and then they deem him like too weak or something, and then he just gets like super pissed off, and then I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff they could do. Or the alternative, which I could see happening as well, would be him being more well developed, and they could kind of fix what they did with not developing Garrosh in this expansion. Like they could go into more reasons why he did the things that he did. Like maybe for the because he was kind of like the old style of war chief, like the style of war chief that the orcs had on Draenor, or the kind that they had when they first stepped foot on Azeroth during the first and second wars. Where they were more ruthless and they were still under demon command and everything like that. So, they could just more well develop it, or maybe he was trying to make his father proud in the end or something. I mean, it could be a bunch of different stuff, and I think that they could just do a better job of well developing his story, and I definitely like to see that. So, um, there's a lot of different things that they could do with Garrosh, and I look forward to whatever those things are. So in the end, I'm actually kind of glad. Like now that I discuss it, I'm kind of glad that they haven't killed off Garrosh, and that's the whole point of this. Is I'm not going to go, all right, this is terrible about this cinematic, and this is that, because let's be honest. I mean, the way they went about the cinematic was pretty shit, in my opinion. I mean, it was really well put together, like the animation, CGI kind of stuff. I mean, that was great, but as far as like, my cliche-o meter is just, I'm pretty sure it's broken. because it was so cliche. But um, there are good things that can come out of what Blizzard has done with this. And obviously they involve the Pandaren because it's been Missa Pandaria, and if it was just Thrall and Varian either killing him off or trialing him or whatever it was, then uh, Missa Pandaria as a whole would be completely useless. So I don't really blame them for putting the Pandaren in there to trial him because, I mean, let's be honest, if they weren't there, it would be absolutely pointless for us to even have ever gone to Miss Pandaria. In fact, it still is, but that's besides the point. So they could definitely do some interesting things from here on out. Now, as far as the Horde and Alliance from this point on. So you heard Garrosh say that he will stop the bloodshed because Vol'jin and the others, went out of their way, equally out of their way to stop Garrosh as the Alliance did. And even Varian, as thick-headed as he can be still sometimes, acknowledges the Horde, truly wanting, a different lifestyle than that. So he puts an end to the bloodshed, and obviously Vol'jin agrees. So Vol'jin will be the new war chief. That's really not a shocker at all. I mean, really the two that I had picked were either Vol'jin or Thrall, but Thrall seemed a little too blatantly obvious, and I doubt that they would have gone back that path, and I was correct. So Vol'jin's the new war chief. Varian will stay king. But if you noticed, Jaina Proudmoore has been very, very anti-Horde ever since, I think it was 5.1 that Dauron got attacked, or was that 5.2? Not sure. But if you remember, the quest lines where Dauron was getting taken, I believe it was 5.2. If you remember when the Sun Reavers were getting expelled from Dauron and everything like that from Jaina, she just went all ape shit crazy on that because the Horde stole the Divine Bell from Dauron or not Dauron, Jesus, Darnassus and everything like that. So she's been very, very anti-Horde for the latter half of Missa Pandaria, and to me, she will be the one that you would need to look out for, her and Garrosh, because Garrosh is still out there, like I said, and Jaina is now very, very anti-Horde, despite it being Vol'jin and Thrall, who she has had a very close relationship with throughout, their times together on Azeroth. So, considering that she is willing to throw all that out the window with Thrall and everything, just to see the Horde fall, is really, really something. So that is definitely a plot device that I would be on, the lookout for, is that perhaps Jaina is the one that instigates a reignition of the fight between the Horde and the Alliance, and maybe Garrosh plays a role in that as well if he does rejoin the ranks of the Horde or something. That would seem kind of like stupid almost, but they could make it kind of cool if they went about it the right way or something like that. And when it's old hatreds like Horde and Alliance, I mean, will they ever truly get together? Um, so that's something that we should keep in mind as well. Or they could very well just stay together and be allied as the forces of Azeroth or something against Ajara or the Burning Legion. So that's very, very cool. So they need something in patch 5.5 still that will transition in between this next expansion and 5.4. And obviously, when patch 5.5 launches, BlizzCon will probably already have happened since it happens in early November, and since patch 5.4 just hit, and they're really only launching patches about every 3 to 4 months. Then we can expect BlizzCon to already have happened and the next expansion already to be revealed. So it'll be pretty blatantly obvious at that point how they fit together. Probably a pre-expansion dungeon or scenario. I doubt like a mini raid that they had like Ruby Sanctum at the end of Wrath and stuff like that. I doubt like a mini one boss raid. I mean, they could do that, but I highly, highly doubt it. As far as I'm concerned, Siege of Orgrimmar is it. It is the last raid patch. 5.5 will be, I believe they said, general changes to Orgrimmar after the siege. Vol'jin will be his war chief. Perhaps some changes to Stormwind as well. Some changes to just that general, area of Durotar and Orgrimmar. And just the world acknowledging what happened at the siege. So just general stuff like that. Veil of Eternal Blossoms may heal as well in patch 5.5, so some of the damage may be undone and everything like that. And then we can expect the trying of Garrosh as well in patch 5.5, I would imagine, as it could be an in-game cinematic. It's more likely to be just an in-game thing with like the little chat bubbles and stuff like that, or a quest line or something like that. So that's very, very cool indeed. So I think that's what we can expect in patch 5.5, and the future of World of Warcraft is kind of a blur right now, but like I said, I will discuss it again when the time comes and it is revealed at BlizzCon. And this discussion I'm doing now will kind of blend into my next WoW discussions video, which I'm going to tell you right now will be: is a Miss of Pandaria a bad expansion? So, leave comments below about what you think about the topic I have discussed today, and stay tuned for that future WoW discussions topic. And I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.